Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 65 of Modern Skyblock 3. Today I'm trying to automate the machines from Galacticraft. So I've done a little bit of playing off camera, and here's what I've come up with. Applied Energistics doesn't interact very well with Galacticraft machines. However, piping items into machines from other piping systems seems to work okay, and it tries to be a little bit smart about it. So what I've done, hello explosions, to get this going is basically placed a hopper in between the machines. Now this one's going to probably actually be a little bit tricky. So this kind of works, but I'm like, this isn't going to totally work long term. So we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do here. Hey, why do you keep... Okay, cool, you're done. So that was more like a test than anything else, just to see if it would work, and it does. So that tells me that we have to do some kind of keep in stock kind of system, like maybe keep a stack of silicon and half a stack of redstone. So instead of a hopper being here, we're gonna need some other kind of item transfer system that's like semi-intelligent. Can you do some kind of stocking thing? I think you can, can't you? Can't you do something like that? Item stack, min-max. Let's try that. Logistical sorter. Logistical sorter. Would you be able to do what I want you to do? Because that would be cool if you could. Let's see. You come over to here. What if I put you like that? Now what direction is that? The little green dots have to go to the output face. So let's put you in rotate mode. Oh, I see. So you're gonna have to be like that, right? That should work. Now hopefully, so we're gonna have a new filter, item stack. Let's get like what we're gonna want here. So we're gonna say redstone, min, max. Okay, cool. So let's just say like 16 and 16. Size mode on. Allow default off. Save. Auto eject on. Okay, does that sound cool? Now, if you have redstone, will you be smart about that? You put all 64 in there, though. Oh, size is... Okay, hold on. I think I see what that's all about. Min 16, max 16, size mode on, size mode off. Okay, yeah, no, that's not what I wanted it to do. I was hoping size mode would do a thing, and it's not doing the thing I was hoping it would do. So if that's not going to work for me... Redstone, allow default. I don't think... That may not work. So let's try a different thing. Alright, let's try it with item ducts and see if that wants to work. So we're going to set you to be nothing. You're the filter and you're the servo. And the filter, we're going to say... I thought with filters, total max items in inventory. 16. I don't know if these will work, but we'll see what happens. Whitelisting, prevent oversending, and whitelist go. So ignored. Cool. Does that seem to be working? Because that would be cool. Looks like it's working, right? I'll take that. Neat. That should do. And then if I take some of you, what happens? Fancy. That's what I want. Okay, cool. So we have a solution here. I'm not going to automate the diamonds going into it just yet, only because we don't yet have the things that we need to do. Now, the only other problem... What if I didn't have a filter? Well, no, that's going to be a problem for me. Because the other thing I need to do now is do the pattern thing. Now, I think the pattern can go in any side of the block. So what if we got an interface? Though I remember, yeah, putting items is going to be tricky. I really need like another hopper or something in here. So we've got items coming out the bottom. We've got power going in the back. We've got the top being that. So what if we did... So I do want you to remain as a whitelist for like what's allowed to go in there. Because do I need you to be a whitelist, or can I just do this? Oops, I didn't want to drop that. Come back here, you. Is it me, or did it just like fall into a weird spot and then vanish? Did it fall down? I don't know. So with you not being a whitelist, empty blacklist. Are you going to do that thing still 16? Because that would be cool. It does. Oh. Well then, say no more. I've got an idea. So let's get a chest. This is going to get really hokey really fast. Let's get another servo. Oh, hello. Hold on. Come to me, Mr. Chest. Thank you. So what we're going to want is to put a servo on that to block what was just happening. Harden should work, I think. Okay. And this will be the interface. Can I convert you real quick? Thanks, buddy. And you probably don't matter which one of these it goes into, but this is where I'll put the recipes for things. So for example, let's look at Galacticraft. What we would say is the redstone repeater becomes an advanced wafer, right? Basic wafer, redstone torch. Let's just do this one as a demonstration, just because it doesn't matter which one we use to test with. Right, so we'll come over here and we'll say, hey, if you place a single redstone torch into that thing, you will get yourself a single wafer. Does that sound cool? So in theory, what will happen is the wafer will make its way into this chest, which will be extracted into this dude, and this guy is going to keep that in stock. So let's try it out. Start. So hopefully a redstone torch goes in there. Yay! And it's running. Cool. With me so far. I have to figure out which item, like, accidentally dropped, by the way. I think it was one of those quest items that I was working on right now. Hey, cool. And then fill up, fill up, fill up. And you can see my wafer just went up the line there. Perfect. That is how you automate the circuit fabricator with Applied Energistics. It is complicated, but it works. For the electric compressor, it's a little bit different. So basically, if I wanted some compressed steel, right, all we need is the hopper in between. So the thing puts the compressed steel into the item hopper, and the item hopper feeds it into the electric compressor in a relatively smart manner. We will see what happens with other recipes. Apparently, if there's already a recipe in there, it'll go ahead and do the thing, but we'll see. It's a little smart. Yeah. We'll figure out what happens as we play with it more. But yeah, that's what I was working on, mostly because what I want to work on right now, aside from getting back the item that I accidentally just dropped into the void, is probably getting myself some cool stuff. Specifically a spacesuit, so I can go into space. Tired of the rain anyway. I don't want it raining anymore, so we're gonna go to space to avoid the rain. Hopefully it doesn't rain in space. So spacesuit, right, requires the following things. So Spacesuit, spacesuit, spacesuit. Tier 1 spacesuit. Requires unprepared space helmet. These things are easy. They're just aluminum. So that's not a problem. Tier 1, this dude requires this. Doesn't want to paste into the pattern terminal? Why not? Probably because I don't have any. Right. That probably makes sense. So wool cloth is 8 wool. You know what? Can we do ore dictionary substitutions on this one? Yes. Hopefully that works. It does not. So never mind about the ore dictionary substitutions. No ore dictionary substitutions. We're just gonna have to like figure out how to get more white wool. How much string do we have? Probably a lot. So this, okay, we'll do that, and then we'll make that. Does that work? Cool. So now that we've got you guys set, we're gonna want, so 4 aluminum ingots. We'll make a tier 1 armor layer. I have a really bad feeling that this is not gonna work. But let's see what happens if I put... See, it did that. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. I don't think I can just, like, do that. So apparently if I do that, it'll... Okay, that didn't work at all. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't think that would work. That's annoying. How do I fix that? Testing 4 ingots going in at the same time instead of with a hopper 1 at a time. Nope, that doesn't work. So I'm just going to do this one manually because I don't know that it's possible to automate it. I might be wrong, but it doesn't look promising, at least at this point. So I'm going to make the rest of this stuff off camera to get the spacesuits up and running. Let's see, is there anything else I can automate in here that would make sense? So pressure layer is that. Armor layer is just that. And radiation layer is lead with wool cloth. So that I can at least automate to a degree, right? I'm guessing I need more of these eventually for some of the higher tier stuff. So we'll see what happens. But let's also get this bit automated a little bit. So you're going to want to know how to make tin canisters. And you're also going to want to know how to make oxygen vents. And you're also going to want to know how to make compressed tin, which is just 2 tin. Makes 2 compressed tin. Cool. So what we should be able to do is, where is my compressed steel? Okay, it should be a chest. I'm guessing it's that one, because I didn't put my compressed steel back. I'm hoping that's correct. Or no, wait, you should be a hopper, right? Where's the hopper? There's the hopper. That's the only hopper in the system, so that's got to be the right one. Cool. And then the rest can go into like an actual auto crafting guy. Cool. And then I should be able to know how to make one of these. And as long as the system knows how to make it, I can paste it into the thing here, which is cool. And then, yeah, that should be cool. All right. And then you make what? What was it I wanted to do here for the suit? I think it was this part altogether. Cool. Let's make more patterns while we're thinking of it. And I'm going to make these spacesuits, and then we'll be back and see what the next steps are. Alright guys, further automation happening a little bit off camera. Mostly because I decided that I needed to do some more automating. So basically I set up putting charcoal in here creates compressed carbon, right? And that's happening slowly but surely, because I have a little bit of extra stuff happening. Over here, our elite infusing factory is getting carbon infused into it, courtesy of this export bus. I also rewired a little bit over here so I could keep better track of which channels and how many I'm using in each line. So now what I'm doing is saying, hey, if you want steel, which I don't have a lot of right now, what I can do is just drop some iron into that thing and we'll get enriched iron. Cool. And then if we drop enriched iron into that thing, we'll get steel dust. Cool. And then there's a place I can put steel dust to get steel ingots. Triple cool. Okay, so over here, well, you know, let me just put it down here because these all report themselves as factories or something, and then they get really confused as to which one's which. So this, and then this guy's my smelter, right? So he does that. So now if I say, hey, you know, if I wanted a tier 1 pressure layer times 12, we need a lot of steel for that. So we have 25 available, but we need to craft 87 more, right? So we have to craft a lot of compressed steel to make all the things we need. So let's hit start on this and hope it all works. Boom. What we should see happening is some crafting things occur. This is the part where you do what you're supposed to do. Cool. So you're doing that bit. Cool. So he's making all those things. This thing's making the enriched iron that it needs to make. Cool. And it's also making, it's putting enriched iron in there to make the steel that it needs to make. Sweet. So you can see some steel dust populating a little bit here and there. I might need this logistical transporter to be a little bit faster than it currently is. But it's overall not terrible. If I got a higher tier logistical transporter, I think they transport faster. So I could probably look into doing that. But wow, you're burning through carbon like nobody's business. I should probably consider maybe export busing more compressed carbon at a time. So that's being a little bit slow, but it shouldn't be too bad. Cool. All right, so all that's happening, and then it's crafting the steel that it needs. Beautiful. Steel automation. Hooray. That was a long time coming. It's been a while that I've wanted to have steel automation. I've just been putting it off. So yay for that. Cool. So that ain't so bad. What if I wanted to get faster transporters? What would be involved in getting logistical, let's try that. If I wanted, so this does pump rate 32 per second, 64 per second. That's faster speed, 128 per second. I don't know if it pulls out of the inventory faster though. It may not. We could try the elite tier. I don't know if we have the elite thing that we need for that. So that's just an enriched alloy in there. So let's just try it, just for fun. So I think I've got one of these guys has diamonds in him somewhere. Yeah, there he is. So then I can just make this real quick. So that's the elite logistical transporter. I don't know if this will be any better, but we'll find out. So if I said, hey, give me like, you know, 30 steel. It does seem to be a little bit faster though, right? Like it's keeping up-ish. That's cool. And now it gummed up in about the same spot. Not the end of the world though. Transporter config. Side config. Auto eject on. Wonder if auto eject being on would help. It's not like, you know, we won't need this steel eventually. Oh yeah, auto eject on. That totally seems to help. That's better. So with auto eject on, it's definitely better. There you go. Solution. Sweet. All right, look at that. Now we're cooking. That is awesome. All right, so let's put all this junk away that we don't need for a moment. Neat. So lots of things are crafting. I'll be back in a minute once I have the rest of my tier 1 stuff. So what else did I need for that spacesuit? I needed these things. Tier 1 radiation lasers. So let's get like a dozen of those, which needs more lead. I don't have any lead. I really don't. Okay, cool. Do I have any alchemical ore dust? This thing's real. Oh, you need more of these things. You need alchemical glass. I should look into automating this as well. I think it's called alchemical glass, right? Yeah, so you are sand, crystal shard, and prismarine. Sand, crystal shard, and prismarine. Sand shouldn't be a problem. Crystal shard, not a problem. Prismarine, well, actually not so bad. Where am I getting these from? I don't know. You can do that, you can do that. There's an explodey recipe for it, right? Quartz and, okay, cool. Good to know. I might need to look into doing that, but for now I'll just make a bunch and we'll go from there. So this should make actually quite a lot of alchemical glass, right? I think so. So yeah, we'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna pretty much just throw this in here. And that makes like large amounts of crystal shards. Yeah, that's a huge amount. Sweet. And then we get cooking. Nice. All right, so what do you got in here? Oh, you're making aluminum alchemical ore dust. So let's put that away. I do have some more lead, so we'll make that happen next. And then in a few minutes, we should be cool. All right, back in a few. All right, so if I'm not mistaken, hey, quest complete. Woot. And I'm remaking my oxygen gear. So I just finished stocking up on oxygen stuff. Hooray! So you are... let's see. Press L-shift for pressure and radiation info. Used to stop pressure damage and slow down the rate of radiation gain. The tier of each part of the spacesuits counts towards reducing the amount of radiation gain. The higher the spacesuit tier, the slower radiation will be gained. Press L control for installed modules. There are no installed modules, so that's neat. Okay, so does that mean I want to like put this on-ish? So I've got that going on. I don't know what I do with this. Oh, right-clicking it did something. I don't know what, but it did something. Psst, where did you go? Did you go somewhere? Oh, hey, look, there it is. Hey, okay, cool. All right, neat. So that here is where my spacesuit stuff looks like it goes. Oh, well, look at that. There's like a separate little armory type area there. That's interesting. So we've got our heavy oxygen tank. We've got our oxygen gear, and we've got our oxygen mask. Am I, like, all set for space? Look at that. That's actually really neat looking. I like the modeling and all that on that. Wow, look at that. That is cool. All right, I have no idea. They all have, like, these empty bars, which... Do you need to be powered up? Your durability is 0. Do you need power? Maybe you need power. You, if you were being so kind, should be powering this stuff. Batteries? Does a battery go somewhere in these things? Can you be charged up in this dude? Nope. So maybe there's some kind of machine that charges them up. Let's see what the quest book says, because I'm trying to follow the quest book. So next thing to do is a tier 1 rocket. A breathable environment requires the moon. Cool. A lot of these things require the moon. Why do I have to get the moon? So the moon requires a tier 1 rocket. All right. Once you've discovered the moon, all you need is a tier 1 rocket, and you're ready to go into space. So we totally discovered the moon, which was last episode. Since then, I think I've discovered Mars. And then my satellite controller chose to discover the moon again. All right, good job. And now you're going to discover Mars again. Okay, satellite controller, you're not being really helpful there, Chief. Wonder if it lost progress between episodes. That would make sense, right? Because it did the moon and Mars again, but only since I logged out and back in. I guess we'll see what happens after it finishes Mars here, if it tries to do the moon again. But we did the moon and the Mars. Okay. So that's a thing. I'd like to know how to charge up this spacesuit. So I can put liquid XP in there for mending. Yeah, I'm not gonna... Yeah, I don't think that's what's intended. So this is from Extra Planets, actually. So Extra Planets is what adds the spacesuits. So tier 9 treasure chest, huh? That sounds cool. So extra planets apparently adds a lot of stuff. Refineries, solar panels, decrystallizers, block smasher, chemical injector, purifier, fuel loader, basic densifier, vehicle charger. Maybe I need a... It says vehicle charger, but maybe... Oh, decontamination unit. That's cool. Reduces radiation level by 10. That sounds neat. There's a lot of mechanics here that I don't understand because I've never played with this mod before, but I'm liking the sound of it. It sounds cool. Like, it sounds like it might be fun to, like, set up... I don't know what a decontamination unit is, but it sounds cool, right? Oxygen compressor... and decompressors. So this is so extra planets is what adds these different batteries, but the base battery is from Galacticraft Core. So I'm like, part of me is not knowing the difference between what's part of Galacticraft by itself and what's part of the Extra Planets mod, because the quest kind of combines 3 different mods together: Extra Planets, Galacticraft Core, and I think one more is playing a role here. Methane water, that's cool. Lots of machines and stuff. Geothermal generator, crashed probe. I'd love... Ooh, atomic battery, infinite low energy output, neat. I'd love to know how to charge this suit. I don't suppose you go in here, do you? Battery slot. Place battery here. Use connected power source. Yeah, that's not it. That's actually for just okay charging stuff up. All right. I guess let me do a little research on this. All right, guys. I think I figured out how to charge the spacesuit thing. So what I need to make is empty batteries, not full ones, because if they're full in any way, they don't craft. So they have to be empty. And then you can make this thing called an energy storage module. And according to the Googles, that's the answer that I'm looking for. So, hey, you, rotate. Thank you. And zzz. Hey, there we go. Now we're talking. Okay, cool. So that charges up my spacesuit. Neat. All right. So I've got my spacesuit up and running. So I guess the next task is to get a tier 1 rocket. So tier 1. That's tier 4, tier 1, tier 9, tier 7, tier 10, tier 6, tier 5, tier 8, tier 10. Sorting, please. Tier 1 rocket. That's all I want. Tier 1 rocket. Okay, cool. There we go. Tier 1. So that doesn't look so bad. Rocket fins, heavy-duty plates. So let's see if I can autocraft heavy-duty plates, because that is steel, aluminum, and bronze, right? So let's mess with that a little bit, and we're going to see about you. Okay, cool. You're done. So steel, aluminum, and bronze, right? So bronze, you already know how to autocraft, right? But let's say 2 of these come from 2 of these. And aluminum, 2 of these come from 2 of these. So we're going to do this and that in the hopper. And then you need 2 of each, becomes a heavy-duty plate. Do I have any leftover heavy-duty plates? I do. How many of these? 2 per craft? Can I get 2 in here? I can do that, right? That's a sneaky way of making that work. And do we have a... Let me just get 2 compressed steel real quick. And what I'll say is 2 of you plus 2 of you plus the 2 compressed steel equals 2 heavy-duty plates. And then we'll see if it autocrafts. Not sure if this will work. Really hope it does, because it would make my life easier. So let's go. And hopefully it... You know what else I might want to do is like blocking mode or something. But because of the hopper being a hopper, that might be a trick. But let's do blocking mode just to be safe. Right? And then we'll put this in here. And then if I say that I want heavy-duty plates, can you craft one of those for me? Like, would you be smart? Yay! It worked! Woot! All right, cool. But now's where the real trick comes in. If I ask for another set, it has to craft some other things first. So we'll see what you do. Looks like you got the steel ingots going, so that's cool. And the aluminum is chilling there, waiting for the steel to be done. That's cool. Okay, that might be functional then. That might be good. So then once that item gets up there, then the rest should show up. Nice! Dudes, that is cool. All right, so maybe real quick, we can teach you guys a few things, like how to use heavy-duty plates to make rocket fins, and how to use heavy-duty plates to make nose cones, and maybe also how to make redstone torches, because I don't know if you know how to make those or not. You do not? And those are all these kind of crafting recipes, right? So that should be neat. So let's pop over here. So our tier 1 rocket requires 1 nose cone, 4 rocket fins. I also need a rocket engine. Can I teach you how to make rocket engines real quick? Because I remember them being a little bit of a nuisance too. Rocket engines. Tier 1 rocket engine. Either one of these recipes will work. So you know how to make most of those things, but you don't know how to make a button. Ha! But you will in a second. Cool. So now that you know how to make a button, you should have no problem making that bad boy. Cool. Okay, so let's do a quick count, right? So tier 1 rocket engine requires 4 fins and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 heavy plates, right? So first off, you definitely need 4 fins. You need a nose cone. You need a rocket. And then you need 8 of these dudes. And once we've got some CPU crafters available, like they're all busy doing stuff, right? So once they're done, we'll see what happens. Cool? So I'll be back in a minute once all this auto crafting's done. All right, guys, if I'm not mistaken, the auto crafting system did its job and made all the things. So let's see if I'm right about that. So we've got some heavy duty plates. We've got our nose cone. We've got our tier 1 rocket. We've got our 4 fins. Sweet. All right. So that means you guys go in here. I made a few extra of the things, but that's fine. And that's it. Tier 1 rocket. Done deal. Booyah. Quest complete. Oh yeah. That's what's up. So next up, it's going to the moon. With you, tier 1 rocket, you can travel to the moon. There you can find cheese ore and meteors with meteoric iron. Sweet! So I don't know how to do that exactly. I assume... Ooh, cheese curds, huh? What does it taste like? I don't know. Quest complete. I assume that I need another launch pad. And I guess that's a tier 1 rocket launch pad. So that needs a couple of blocks of iron. Okay, just that. And then some compressed iron. Did I teach you compressed iron yet? Compressed iron. Nope. Quick auto crafting thing. So what I think I'm going to do is wrap up the episode here, because we are getting pretty much up to that point. And we will come back next time. So 2 of you equals 2 of you. Sure, it doesn't matter. And we will work on visiting the moon next episode. Does that sound cool? Because it sounds cool to me. All right, Darwell20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time and possibly visit the moon. Hey, what did you do, by the way? I do want to give you guys an answer. You did Mars. Okay, cool. Yeah, we keep just researching the moon and Mars. So maybe I need a better satellite to research something other than the moon and Mars. Or maybe I'm just having really bad luck. I don't know. But we'll figure it out. So for now, take it easy.